finally decided to try one of the multimedia AI boxes. This is the Ottocast P3, and wanted to give you my feedback and a few user tips if anybody decides that they want to buy one. All right, I've got it plugged in. Over here on the right side of your display, your multimedia display, there's a input. The Ottocast P3 does come with the wires that you need to connect it. Now that I've got it connected, I'm going to start the truck. If your truck does not recognize that the device is connected, you can go to the settings, go to your Bluetooth and devices. You can see the Ottobox AI, or the AI box there. It's a pretty intuitive device. As you just saw there, it's adjusting for screen resolution. I'll show you a few other settings inside the device once it reboots. It did go through a couple cycles there, rebooting. It does have firmware and software updates that you can check for in here. The first time I connected it, it did have an update that I needed to do. You will see this screen here. It does come with a few pre-installed apps, but you can go to the App Store. So here's the Play Store here. You will need to set up a Google account if you've never used the Play Store before, but lots of apps in here to download. One thing I was disappointed on was Disney is no longer compatible. I'm sure that was Disney's decision, not Ottocast. Hopefully it comes back. But right now, as far as streaming services, Netflix, Prime Video, YouTube, they all work great. Just to show you how to get connected to the internet, over here on the left you can see the settings bar. I'm going to hit that. Here's my Wi-Fi. Right now I'm close enough to my house, it's seeing my home Wi-Fi. I do not have cellular enabled on this device. I didn't want to pay for an extra cellular service. But in here is where you can set up your phone's hotspot as your Wi-Fi connection. So if you're on the road, you're at a kid's baseball game, you're in between games, and you want to watch something, in here in the settings, I can go to network and internet. You can see right now it's connected to my home Wi-Fi. Here's all of the available networks that I can connect to. For right now, we're just going to stay connected to this Wi-Fi. I have noticed if you're in an area with no cell service, as soon as it drops cell service, if you're using your phone for a hotspot, you will have to come back into the settings and connect to your Wi-Fi again. One thing I would definitely recommend if you're gonna go on a road trip, you know you're gonna watch a few shows, rather than relying on your phone for a hotspot, I would just recommend pre-downloading a few shows or movies that you think you may watch. We'll try one on Amazon Prime here. Gonna go to my downloads, find videos to download, and let's just pick Get a Job. So I'm gonna hit download. Okay, that's ready to go. So I'm gonna hit continue watching. Just gonna drag it to rewind. I can control the volume here. Picture's actually pretty good.
Hey there. That's okay.
Touch my screen, I can close this now. We are getting ready to go on a little activity, a little drive here in a few with my youngest. So he can't be watching that. So to show you, it's got plenty of storage. I can pick a couple different shows here. So let's do migration. If it'll let us download that. Some movies are not available for download. Looks like this one is. Okay, that's downloading. It's pretty quick, but I'm sure that depends on your Wi-Fi at home if you're trying to do this the same way I am. My Wi-Fi hotspot is pretty slow, so I definitely don't like having to deal with that. If I'm at a kid's game or something and we're in between games, that happens a lot with baseball tournaments. So we'll just spend a couple minutes, pick a few movies before we leave the house. As far as other settings, I can clear my cache here. That just clears up some space and garbage on the device. It'll take just a quick second to do that. It does not take very long to do. That's done. In the settings, you can do Bluetooth devices. There's some personalization here. Here's that last memory mode where it automatically opens the app that I had last used. I'm actually going to change that back to default. Miles per hour, weather display, a lot of different settings in there. Storage, you can see I've used 20%, got 103 gig free. Change my wallpaper, passwords and accounts. I'm actually going to check for an update right now. As you can see, it did have an update, so we're just going to go ahead and do that real quick. I'll fast forward if this takes very long. All right, I'm just going to let that go. I'm going to minimize that. I know you can do split screen on this to where you could have a navigation and a show. I know it is definitely recommended that you do not stream movies or TV shows, YouTube, while driving. I know many do. I wouldn't recommend it. That's why I don't have the split screen up. We do just try to limit watching videos when we're at a location and we just need something to do. I've used it a few times with my wife going into the mall and doing some shopping. I do not want to go in the mall, so I'll just sit out in my truck and watch a show. I haven't tried TikTok. know if it's gonna let me skip this. The update did take about 10 minutes to download and install. I think that's pretty typical with anything that runs like a computer like this thing does. So, but that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Overall, the device works really well. I know that there is a newer version of this device. I think it's the P3 Pro. But this one has all the functionality I need. It is a little cheaper online because there is the newer device that's out. But yeah, it's a good device, works well, good screen quality. I haven't had any issues with it.